time goes on, we can feel heaven's gates opening wider. The angels have appeared, and the Father of the world is here. He is here. We've got perfection painted in our memory track. Now that we know how, we just wind it back, and there before our eyes reveal the golden times we used to spend in paradise. You don't need no kid bag, no jewelry. It's creation time. There'll be everything there, waiting just across the dawn, the land we've all been waiting for. It is here, and as the time goes on, we can feel heaven's gates opening wider. The angels have appeared, and the Father of the world is here. He is here. He is here. Come on, sweet children, he's here. The liberator is here. He is here. And he's calling, calling. He is here. So come on. He's here. Come on, sweet children, he's here. God is here. He's brought heaven on his promenade just for you. He's here. Come on, long lost wanderers. He's here. Back into the arms of your beloved. He's here. He's full of love, overwhelming love. So come on, sweet children.
So, Om Shanti. Hello and welcome everyone once again to Wednesday evening from the Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean. And tonight we're delighted and privileged to have our dear Sudesh Didi with us tonight. Didi, a very warm welcome to you.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Happy to meet you all.
And some flowers for you coming from Istanbul. There is Sister Ishul presenting these to you, especially for you. Thank you, Ishul.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Didi, first let me just ask, how is your chariot? Are you in good speed of recovery?
Yes, it is actually. Now it is forgotten. That scene is past. Long time ago. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, everyone knows Didi, so of course, no need for introduction. But we have thought tonight to ask her to speak about time. As we know, it seems time is moving very fast with events in the world. So the question, what does this mean for Brahmins? What new challenges are there? And at the same time, what new opportunities are there for us? So we thought to explore this tonight. And if you have questions, please do type them in the chat box and we'll also take them up. So Didi, just to remind, there is simultaneous translation. So please keep the speed fairly slow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti. New challenges, new opportunities. In fact, life itself is a challenge. And every day in ordinary life as well, there are step-by-step development, openness, enthusiasm, creativity, courage, confidence, strength. All these is explored as the situations come, circumstances come. And of course, in this also, human beings have a limited capacity, but in fact, all souls have unlimited capacity. But it's a question of how we are accustomed to use it. The more we use our inner strength, confidence, faith, spiritual power, the more these challenges is a game. Of course, we can see in the world as well. Now, this is the extreme time of, on one side is silence, another side is science, and third side is violence. Silence, science, and violence. Now, the challenges are, in fact, due to certain situations that no one likes. When there are challenges from in difficulties of life, shortage of something, it's always invention takes place. Even waste is made into best. Creativity takes place. And many businessmen became good businessmen just because the situation was such that they did not have any other resources. Then at a time came where they were nearly lost the hope. But then is confident that our fortune is with us. And now we Brahmins know that drama is benevolent for us. These challenges are actually to explore, to use all the wealth, wisdom, inner power that Baba has given us in the form of knowledge. Knowing, it means the understanding that Baba has given, that it is all these things which are happening are to happen. Because how do we know that we have understood that drama means change of scenes. Hero means facing villain. Courageous means difficult situations. And there are two sides. One is physical, other is spiritual. Internal, in other words, internal challenges, external challenges. External creates fear, depression, reactions. But when internal understanding is there, first thing is we know why it is happening. It has to happen to awaken the souls. We can see since now nearly 3 years, no, 2.5 years, pandemic, certain situations which were for people not accustomed to it. But then if we just become observer and we know that certain habits, addictions, which were normal, is not considered addictions. In fact, needs were considered, conditions considered needs in society, in family, at work. But the scene of this pandemic or COVID time, people became natural disciplined. All of you would have noticed. Otherwise, there was no discipline of, for example, what I eat, when I eat, how I eat. People are rushing, running to catch the train, bus, and in their hand is the sandwich or burger or whatever. They are eating, running and eating. In fact, it's not royalty. It's not health-wise good. But it had become a habit, getting up late, preparing the self fast, and eat also fast food. So then gradually, when you are eating food which is not prepared in the consciousness of silence or patience or love, in fact, it will gradually take away the inner energy or influence the inner power. But a time comes, then time forces us actually. Time is master. Baba says, is with time will teach you, or you will be master of time. So in the same way, many things, not only just food, but addictions, also interest of a pub and a club and a cinema and these things. Even in certain countries, in cultures, certain cultures, things were restricted. And still people so addicted that indirectly or indirectly, secretly or with the power of corruption, they were still in those kind of things, they were under the influence of this. But here time came where people had to renounce those things. Time is forced them. In the same way, many examples are there, perhaps many would have experienced. being with the family or alone, working at home or working in office. So sometimes some things are very negative, but in fact, they also become mirror how much certain things we have developed which were not necessary, not only just necessary need, but it was harmful. And so gradually in this world also, we developed vices, weaknesses, continue to increase. So kingdom of Raman, kingdom of negativity, kingdom of Satan, becoming stronger and stronger. And divinity was being suppressed, ignored. So when Baba comes, he makes us aware. We learned to live in this world. And this is what it is, spiritual strength. That even the things are there in front of us. We are not attracted by them, influenced by them. Even people can offer with respect and nice feeling. We are able to manage it. Yes, but we need right way, right yukti, method. And this is also, Baba says that I have been preparing you for a long time. A time will come when all these challenges we are facing now, food will become less, natural calamities will become a challenge. Also, sometimes natural calamities, earthquake will take place. So that time to time has happened. But this is a time now where, especially with the world we are moving, of course, but question is of inner strength. How much is my life a yogi life which keeps faith in the self? We know it's time to go, but time to go to, there is a time in between where there's the experience of angels. Angels before Brahmins, we become angels. Do we develop wings? Or we begin to fly with the wings in the sky? But it is just like developing inside. Whenever situation comes, definitely I am under the umbrella of protection. God is my companion. I keep the company of the Supreme Being of this power. And even I have gone, so what? We are getting ready, no? For how many years? From 1976. Time is come, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go, but we have to go as angels. What does it mean? It means that we develop this to keep the mind and intellect free from bondage, free from worry. And also lightness within the self, detachment. And faith is another aspect that Baba has promised that if you are my child, whatever you need to survive, you will get it. Which Baba mentioned that Dal and roti you will get. Means you will not get many different types of food now that we are getting. We have enjoyed that. Rasgulla, gulab jamun, sweetness. We enjoyed that lot. And then we realized that we developed greed. In the name of nice toli, in the name of parties, in the name of marriages in the world also developed certain habits. And we very indirectly also developed some habits. And so we have to go. And then a gentle wave came, means reminder. And so in order to become free from the possessiveness of sweet or possessiveness of other things, this vegan, the movement of vegan started. And means that people have already, not only yogis, but people from outside also. Because this generates the energy, inspiring others. And here you got some discipline, not with force. What developed? Willpower, determination. And people, those who were non-veg eater, no matter how much you are there, they said, no, I'm vegan. I'm proud of this, that I am this. So it is because inner renunciation or determination or detachment is there. Willpower is there. So without any difficulty, it was not considered as a challenge. It's a chance, opportunity to develop our inner qualities. So, and this has also became, in fact, this COVID period became, it has opened a new opportunity. Practically we see, of course, we are not able to meet Brahmins together in the class. Of course, here in London, it's open now. So everything is open and people can come. And now it is also open for the newcomers for meditation. And even in the first group, a quite big group and came for just to learn meditation. But it has actually expanded more. The Brahmins increased online. Our meeting with each other became unlimited now. We were not so much meeting each other, sitting in one country, conducting meeting with each other. We thought only, it was only this one that we have to visit that place, have to go in that country. Invitation is needed, visa is needed, and then we will go. Time we should have for travel. And this opportunity, in one day you can travel 4 countries. Even now, still it is the same happening. After this, in last, actually 1 month, 1.5 months, I was not on Zoom because doctors, Zoom for short time, but not long time, not in many countries, not in many places. After 6 weeks, maximum 8 weeks, it became normal. And so what it is, its worry is not there. It is time was there to rest. And now is the time to start again the job that Baba has given. And we can still, in one day, 4 places visit without any cost. And also without limit, no. No problem of whether we have to hire a hall or get a place where we can sit 500 or 1,000 or 200. On one side, it is beneficial. And other side, certainly, We are missing each other. But at the same time, we are gaining a lot from unlimited possibilities of the science is working. No? This is what it means. The science also has offered then opportunities. Means and things are increased. In the same way, our spiritual aspects are also increasing. I know that many sisters and brothers in India or other places developed this, sitting at home and communicating and serving others online. But a time has come now that going beyond sound also. Circumstances will come that this opportunity now we have now will also not function, because Baba said eventually you have to work with the power of silence. And so for that we need to develop our power of silence, inner strength, and connecting each other with very pure feeling. When the intellect is clear, intention is pure, mind is calm, feelings are very well-wishing and good-wishing. This becomes that inner communication with each other. Just like from Baba, when it is a deep meditation, we catch certain things which bring so much joy inside, inner strength, new touchings. In the same way, it is time for Brahmins, opportunity for us. It's a challenge, but it is opportunity that we see how much my mind remains calm and cool, free from worry. I know that as before I was saying that angels are not tied, don't have any burden. But at the same time we are, because we are living in the physical world. Very difficult, very spectacle situation will be there, that for the need of the body will be limited, or achievement will be very limited. But this limited will also, because you have developed satisfaction, you are busy more on the higher level, and you don't feel that I have to eat 3 times, or I have to eat now again and again in between. More we become soul conscious, free from the influence of attraction of matter, all these things that are in this world. We are attracted, eyes get attracted, nose get attracted, hand is pulled towards that. That which is there, we will not be pulled. Just like our discipline helps us. Now that would be on a gross level as well as subtle level. It's there, we know it's a drama. Baba has told us beforehand as well. So not like human beings, like worldly people, fear. Fear is also very big blockage that does not allow us to keep our inner strength. Or worry. Why should I worry? What I'm going to lose? Fear or worry means what I'm going to lose. Eventually, if it is anything is there, I'm going to lose this body, right? But then if I have now opportunity to prepare myself, that how Baba wants me to go as an angel. He wants me to go the next role as a divine being, divine, because the aim is to become from ordinary human being to a divine being. And so, what is divinity? It's a greatness of inner strength. Devta, not levta, means it is a question of giving. But here it is, first it is not being influenced by the situations. So we need to practice removing fear, tension, worry. I want to, if I will go, Baba has reminded that some situation will come. Of course, where it's remembered in some of the scriptures that rishis, yogis, the first thing is their food is sattvic. Second thing is their food is also very subtle, less and less, but very healthy and strong. Third level is that just they live on natural energy. What it is, they lived on air, means what they eat. It's not with worry, but with small achievement. There's a great satisfaction. And one time, this is also bhakti story. One of the goddess asked God, how do you promise that you provide what the soul needs, as they are your children, and you provide them? He says, everyone, I provide everyone, not only human beings. To every insect, every animal, everything. She said, okay. She was not satisfied. So she wanted to test him and showed that here, not necessary that you are providing. So she had a container, and in that container, a small dabbi, small container, with the container she used to worship and put the tilak on the statue of soul conscious. Instead of putting on the self also, we'll put on God, on the statue as well. It's memorial of ourselves anyway. And so, as she put this there, she had put, Miss was holding, and she closed the container, because what insect she has put it. And she said to God, when in worship, now I see how you help this one. Did not say anything. The whole day she kept that insect in that, and that container closed. In the evening, she says, now I want to ask you, because she did not put anything in that. It was only the insect crawling this ant and her container. She says, I want to just see. Yeah, here is the proof. How can you give? Whole day you did not provide him anything? And she says, to whom? I said, she says, to this insect. He says, open it. And when she opened it, she noticed that a tiny article of rice This insect is eating. Where it came from? So now it was that when she was putting this tilak, it has always something as a kind of grain, but rice actually. Rice means broken rice, tiny rices, so that you put this with the sandalwood or saffron, you cover it with saffron, and then you put on your forehead to remind that you have to be fragrant, you have to be flower-like, and you have to be sustaining. It is eternal because the rice means that husk is removed from the rice. And then when this rice is white, it is soft. And that you remove the skin, munji, and you are separate. So its meaning is symbolic in rituals, spiritual aspect. So, but this was also then, though she did this aspect, this part, what happened that when she was closing it and putting tilak there, with or without noticing, this tiny little rice was fallen in it. And that was in this tiny little insect was eating, and that's what he needed. So there are different kind of stories in the bhakti also, that God has its own way, very unique way to show miracles, not visible, but invisible power is also called miracles. And so Baba is actually empowering us, giving us the strength for a long period of time. Things will happen suddenly. Be ever ready. How much we have actually prepared ourselves. And so I think this is a chance for us, not only just focusing from outside, but developing from inside. As science has developed, more and more challenges came, then it became more subtle. Creativity in science became very subtle, gross things became subtle. And so we Brahmins know that science is actually born through silence. And we have spiritual silence, godly silence, divine silence, but what percentage we have developed. Perhaps this is the time to work on the self and develop those qualities. Automatically, need will come. Greed is finished, but need is also more. We think, I need this, I need that. Necessary will not remain necessary. Means will become natural. So first, this aspect internally is prepared. In other words, spiritual strength, understanding on a better level, inner faith in God. Then in science, there are certain things in the world. It is said, man proposes, God disposes. This is a very old proverb. And so we think in our own way, many different plants, we think that is development. And in fact, because for our safety, because of our becoming free from situations, this in the word drama, that scene also appears. So it means in one sentence, attention on the self more and more. Putting in front of tension, in Avyakt Murli Baba has spoken, attention on myself, of how much I am influenced by outside or how much I have to pay attention to myself. Checking. not on others, but checking myself. So my time and energy is saved. And this energy which we waste is saved. That energy will make us powerful to face the problems. Of course, physical way problems will come, but then you feel that it's okay. We are just like a mother has more tolerance power to control her hunger, but she gives to the child. And Mother Earth or Mother Nature will provide something differently. And also Baba's power. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for touching on so many wonderful aspects there. There are some questions which have come through. So first one here is that, is there an easy way to understand the language of time and opportunities?
Easy language is becoming detached observer first. Because it is when we take that heaviness or fear, as I must say, then we do not even try. We lose courage, we lose faith. And so, Miss, what I want to make it easy. Question is, what one I want to make it easy? And what is difficult? We should ask ourselves. Just like challenges in our relationship, everyday's relationships, there are many difficult situations, behavior, nature, this personality, their drama. It's very difficult. But when you become really accept, that is what they are. And what am I? You don't take that influence. But because we have this habit of coming back again, seeing why did they do that? How can they do that? Okay, not for myself, but they should not be doing that. We are correcting them. And we make difficult then when same situation comes through another person or I deal with other person, then difficult to heal, then difficult to understand each other. And so then it means you have to think example of living like a nature, because I want to change my nature. So what I feel it, first thing, the trick is not to be influenced by the nature of others and to protect your nature to remain easy and light in, for example, these challenges that we have been facing for a long time with others. I want to change their nature. But why do I want to change the nature? Nature has different aspects. So I am living in the rose garden. What I see, a rose flower, real rose flower, fragrant rose flower, has many thorns. I cannot fight with that. I accept it is natural in them. Thorns are natural. But what is that I want to take benefit is from the fragrance. Fragrance can reach me automatically if I am near in that environment, but thorn cannot hit me, cut me if I don't touch it. So I don't touch their nature with intellect. But Baba says there would be 36, 35 weaknesses and only one quality from 36 qualities. And so do I really follow God's teachings. Baba has said this. Have I practiced this? To change somebody's nature, you cannot change nature. Nature you cannot change. No matter how much you say, dear son, can you not appear in the midnight because I want to save my electricity? You are God, you are godly power. It will save so much money. Please appear in the morning. No matter how much you say, the sun will not. It's a course of nature. So certain natural things are natural. And if they have a nature, so I don't have to fight with nature because definitely, but I can have yukti to change my attitude. First important thing is soul consciousness means first change your attitude. Don't go into why. If you say why, you will always cry. If you say what, you will be always creating an obstacle in front of you. If you say want, you become a beggar. Don't say why, or what, or want. I want this. So if I practice this, things become easy. But because I am not obeying, I call myself very obedient child of God. Obedient, good, clever student. But how much I study the small lessons from Baba. So in order to make easy, using Baba's yuktis or times, things which Baba has given first in our personal behavior, in our relationship, then our relationship with matter, we are able to not fight, but we are able to somehow protection will take place. And if we have to go, we go happily because it's time to go home. Why we are afraid? We should not be afraid of that. Because calamities will take all together, no? Otherwise, one by one, we are not able to cremate them. We are not able to bury them. But let the earth bury them because burial is needed. And so wholesale burial is taking place. Has to take place because wholesale people have to go. So you think the wonder of nature, you do the duty of nature, cleansing atmosphere, rain has to happen. Certain things in rain also are important. So nature is doing their work on wholesale because it's the time to go back wholesale together.
Thank you, Didi. What's for us to think about there? Let me just pick up on something you said earlier about Baba protects us.
Yeah.
So how do you put these two things together, that your own karma, is it your own karma protects you? Yeah. Or is it Baba protects you, or is it both? And what's the relationship between your own karma and Baba's protection?
Yeah. Baba has made two things together. Baba, your companion and company. When you are keeping Baba, your companion and company, you are experiencing that you are under his canopy. This company and companionship becomes canopy for you, protection for you. Now, company colors. Company, it means it is not that I'm holding dot in my mind all the time. Baba the dot, Baba dot. No. What I am actually keeping company of what he has taught me, how much I have made friendship with his teachings in thoughts, words, and action. And so in this way, this companionship is my love, my faith, my relationship with Baba. And companion, I am holding his hand, he is holding my hand. That is, I am holding Shrimat, he is keeping my intellect tight, clear. My love, manmana bhav, mind is thinking about what Baba said, feeling what he's saying. This is the practice of Baba, my companion, my partner, my beloved. But then company is, with this power, what I learned from that, Baba's powers, knowledge, virtues, other things that I have learned in action. So that collected karma, of course, first protects me from external situations. Somehow you are protected. Atmosphere, energy, we have many examples. When there is time to continue the task, there is, no matter how much natural situations are there, but some kind of, with invisible karma, invisible environment conquers matter, not with fighting, but energy level shifts. We have many examples of flood or earthquake or fire. In Ahmedabad, very small, simple example, the river flood, because of river, and flood actually definitely was influencing the city houses, where was our center. Of course, flood came there, water came there as well. And center in Ahmedabad was on a first levels, but in the second, on the third, they also were living place. But downstairs was classroom. But at that time, we were living very simple. A box for literature was there, big box of literature. And that was the seat to sit for the teacher. And also press. No press in the house. So on this box, sheet, another sheet, wash the clothes, keep little bit so that it can be folded, and you sit whole day conducting classes, no chairs. You're sitting there, you're pressing your clothes as well. But meditation also hours and hours in the same place, Murli at the same place. Now, flood pushed in water. It was force of water, and then this, from the door, water went straight to this big literature box. It was heavy inside because all the books were there. This came back with force of water, and the door closed. Now the door closed, water did not come anymore. Sisters, anyway, as the house water was entering, they went on the first floor, second floor. What was the water came, but water did not influence anything. Literature after that was sold or given gift or kept it just to take free, whatever anybody wants. So the literature, what was cost, that also came back. Some people gave, some people bought, and house was protected. In the same way, earthquake in Mexico, next door house is broken. It was only a crack little bit, nothing. Baba's room was there. It's vibrations that had been created there for a long period of time. In Patna, flood, river, only 2 houses before, the wind blew and the river changed its course. Flood, safe. So there are many examples. In Kanpur, there was some riots, and there they put the house on fire because different communities' house. Brahma Kumaris were living there. So there was because of one of the other party person, their son had come in for protection. It was Hindu-Sikh fight. And so they put on the firehouse. But anyway, they said, come, Brahma Kumari should come back. Anyway, brother was also actually came out anyway. Fire still was, it did not reach in Baba's room. And they wanted to buy a new house. At that time, 55 years ago, 30,000, they have collected 35,000 rupees for the new house to buy. And in the cupboard that was there, fire did not reach. But because of smoke, the money became black. Bank changed it. The thing was lost. So it was, sometimes it's a miracles in nature, indirect, invisible. It is srisht karma, elevated karma of those who paid money, who contributed. It could not be just burnt. It had to be useful. Here, good.
Request just to go a little bit slower from translators.
Yeah. Sorry?
The translators saying, can you go just a little bit slower?
Oh, all right. Sorry, I forgot. No, an excitement that how nature. So there are many stories. That means money was saved, life was saved, house was saved. So it is certain vibrations, powerful vibrations that actually protect you. And also collective karma is also a protection.
Can I just ask on that, Didi, that there are these wonderful examples you have given. There are some examples where Brahmins have left the body due to accident, or even, some have been involved in violence and left the body. So what's going on there? Is it their karma? Is Baba not protecting? Or how would you explain that?
Yeah, I think it's also very subtle thing to think about. Practical example, for example, now this war between Russia and Ukraine. One Brahmin became student. I mean, his family members are actually Brahmins. And he certainly in that family, he was also being sustained and coming time to time as a student. When a bombardment take place, he left body. Now, it looks like it is because of war he died. But if you see the subtle aspect, the place does not move if accident take place. Or somebody leaves body in another country, goes another body, another place, and goes in another country. The land will not move. The person has to go to have this relationship with the elements. Last breath has to be there. His relationship there is there, or internally, his inner relationship with that country, with that place, will take him there. And so this is which is called preordained drama. Drama has ordered this, which becomes predestined drama. But in fact, it is like some order of matter, some system of nature, and our natural karmic account brings us together. Then an accident has taken place. It must be karmic account with again machinery, with elements, iron, or so it is our relation. Karmic account is not only with human beings, our karmic account with animals, our karmic account with the material, the all the objects we use. It's very subtle with possessiveness, with aggressive way. We don't even realize this. And then it becomes account and reaction comes. Even the non-living things react. And what about the deities? Baba says, these 5 elements will become servant for you. We're serving you. And you don't have to control them, but they automatically offer everything. And in the kingdom of Ramana, Ramana also tied these 4 elements with his big bed of one each element was tied, and it was working, but it was problematic. What they were receiving is a story, means that on the path of bhakti, they put in a very interesting way. But we now, when we go into subtlety, we realize nature is also subtle energy and forceful energy. And human being, energy, soul, is also a very tiny dot, but very subtle. And everything depends on how much we realize and are cautious to handle those things. So account becomes gross or account becomes subtle.
Thank you. The karma philosophy is fascinating, and we could keep going on, but I think it's time to finish.
Yeah.
And we've taken a lot of your time and energy. So big thanks. And would you like to see the family on the gallery view?
Yes, certainly.
So if everybody could come into camera, you see the faces of the family from around the world.